This is Neil Schneider from MTBS at CES 2018. Future computing, obviously a very big theme here at the show. To my immediate right is Xavier Morin. He is CEO of Nomadeec. They're doing some really exciting stuff in telemedicine. Welcome to the program.
Welcome. Hi, Neil.
So what have we got on display? This looks really cool.
Yeah, thank you. So we unveiled at the CES our next generation platform for telemedicine.
Okay, so for those who aren't familiar, what is telemedicine?
So basically, telemedicine is making a relationship between a field practitioner and a remote physician at the hospital.
Okay, so let's use a real-world situation. When would this come into play?
So, for instance, let's say that you are an EMT.
What's an EMT?
Oh, emergency medical technician, okay, or nurse, okay. So you have to make an assessment, okay, with vital signs, an ECG, for instance, pictures of the patient, and you can send this information to a remote physician to have an assistance, to have a diagnosis or any advice.
Now, is this the norm? Is this how it's done currently, or is this something that we have to look forward to?
So our first platform has been launched 2 years ago in France. So we are the market leader in France for emergency medical services with more than 25% of the EMS. At the CES, we unveil our next generation platform, which includes an application on Microsoft HoloLens. So it's a revolution for this market.
Okay, this looks like really, really amazing stuff. So just let's rewind a little bit.
Yeah.
How would doctors be handling a situation like this if HoloLens wasn't available? What's the norm for the market currently?
I'm sorry.
Let me rephrase.
Yeah.
If we didn't have HoloLens, if we didn't have technologies like this, what would nurses and doctors be doing? What would be, how are things today?
Okay, so today they work with papers, or if they are digitized, they work with tablets or smartphones. So here we propose to have a hands-free experience, because you can use gestures, voice recognition, and you retrieve all tools you already have on tablets.
Okay, so why don't we walk through the experience, okay? So God forbid, I have a heart attack, I collapse on the floor, an ambulance needs to be called. In your vision, how would this be handled?
So we had a discussion this morning with firemen. Sometimes you have a squad and with 4 people, and one has to use the tablet, whereas the 3 others are focusing on the patient. With this kind of technology, you can make your assessment, okay, and in the same time you focus on your patient and you take care of him.
So can you actually get away with fewer people working on the same patient? Does it kind of save on the labor?
You can make. I'm sorry.
Well, let me reissue the question.
Okay.
So it sounds like under normal circumstances, you'd have maybe as many as 4 people, and one person would be dedicated to working with the tablet, while the other 3 people are working on the patient.
Yes.
But I'm wondering, in a situation like this, where the nurse or the EMT could be actually practicing on the patient, does it mean that we can get away with fewer people working on the same patient than before?
Oh yes, maybe. Yes, maybe. In any situation, they have to make a report. So you can make a report whereas you are on the scene. So it's a promise.
All right, good stuff. Now, I tried the demo out earlier, and obviously I'm not a doctor. I don't pretend to be. There's all kinds of diagnostic information, right, that comes out of a patient. Their blood pressure, maybe there's injuries or something.
Okay.
How is that information passed on to the software?
Okay. So we have a hub which manage connectivity with Bluetooth medical devices and also data storage with encryption.
So you can actually have all kinds of devices on the patient sending information to the program, and then the doctor is able to get that data.
It's a pure mobile solution. Yeah.
All right, really, really amazing stuff.
Thank you very much.
Now, there's a picture behind me. I'm going to have to get a picture of it, and it's dated, I think, from 1924.
Yeah.
Why is that picture so important?
So it was the vision 70 years ago in radio news, and you have everything in this picture. So there was a vision, but there was not the technology. So today you have the technology to make great telemedicine.
Okay, so we were finally able to deliver on the vision, and I imagine the technology is a little more modern than what they were thinking of in 1924.
Yes, but the most important thing is that there was a vision, but not the technology. So sometimes innovation takes a long time, to be usable for everybody.
Okay. I'm thinking of a point. you keep highlighting the importance of hands-free.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
Why is that so important in this situation?
Yeah, because when you are a field practitioner, you need your hands to take care of your patient, Sometimes you can have blood on your hands. So if you use a tablet or a smartphone, you have a problem.
So, and I imagine you have to be able to work very quickly. You can't just you got to work very fast because time is everything.
Of course. That's why voice recognition is very important in this user experience.
Okay. Now you said, if memory serves, you've been at this for 2 years. You're one of the market leaders.
Okay.
Remind me, what's the big improvement from the previous edition to the current edition? Is it the use of the HoloLens, or what's changed?
HoloLens is a great step forward, but also the fact that it's usable on any mobile devices, Android, iOS, Windows 10, and so on.
Okay, good stuff. Well, this is really exciting stuff. I wish you luck with it. Now, who would ideally be your customers? Who are you trying to get out to with this?
So
let me rephrase. If people wanted to learn more, which people should want to learn more?
Okay, so you can go onto our website, www.nomadeec.com, to have more information. So this product is not launched yet in the US. We are in the FDA approval process, and it will be released until the end of this year.
Okay, good stuff. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
This is Neil Schneider from MTBS at CES 2018. We will, of course, be back with more. Thank you for watching.